right here. I'm Suzanne, by the way.
And I'm Jessica.
Yeah, this is Jessica.
Just here for moral support.
Yes.
Okay. Hello. Does the humidity ever affect the camera?
No, I haven't. Personally, I haven't had any trouble with it. Most of my cameras are the V3, and they are actually an indoor-outdoor camera, which my first cameras were the V2, but I still haven't had any trouble with them. They're just like an indoor camera. But I have seen a couple people that have had a little bit of a rust issue with them, but so far, 2 years in my tank, I haven't had any problem. And the V3s, they actually have an extra protection on the cord to keep it from getting wet, so they work great.
I was just wondering, with the, video files over here.
Sorry. Oh, there you are. I'm sorry.
Is there a time period it's stored at the app? And also, like, how big, when you do have the specs down, do the files end up being when you download them to your phone?
I'm sorry. I have a little bit of a hearing disorder.
Sure. So I was curious, one, how big the files are at standard definition when you download them to your phone, and then do they have a time limit that they stay on the app, or is that just like how much space you have on the app?
No, I have never noticed a time limit as far as the, I have never really noticed, like, you mean like when you're downloading the time lapse, how big the file is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, if you do it like in the SD, it's only like a matter of megabytes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you do it in the HD, and depending, okay, if you do like 3-second intervals, it's going to take a lot more.
A lot bigger.
Yeah. So like the longer the intervals, the less amount it takes.
Okay.
So yeah, I
Thank
hope
you.
that helps.
Yeah.
And you do have to make sure, I think we didn't put that in there, but to do the time-lapse videos, you do have to have an SD card in your camera. And Wyze sells them, but I actually bought the other brands too. They prefer not to get like a super big SD video. For some reason, it can cause more glitches. So mine's like a 32 gigabyte. But I have noticed others like maybe a 64.
Yeah,
do you have a Wyze
basic.
cam
Yes,
too?
I have.
Okay, she's got one too.
You can also do a subscription.
Yes, right. Yeah, and the subscription really isn't all that much. Do you know how much yours is?
$39 for the year.
Now, it's just for the one camera though, right? Yeah, so when you have, I have 4 cameras actually. It could get costly, so I just do the SD card.
So Clover asks, how is it that you mount the camera inside the tank?
She did what now here? I'm sorry.
She wants to know how you mounted the
Okay, yeah, the cameras all come with a mounting, stainless steel little mounting disc that you may have seen in the video. And it has, self-adhesive, and it works so good. And I do mine on the ceiling in my topper, and it's got the best view. It shows the whole tank. Now, if you only have just a one level, you can drill a hole in the top. That's what my other tank has. We got a little hole that we drilled in to run the cables through. I don't know what your tanks are made out of. I'm not sure about glass, but mine's like a plexiglass type, And we just drilled a hole in there and then kind of taped around so the humidity wouldn't come out. But I have had no trouble with them. I absolutely love them.
So Christine asks, how is it that you download the video after the night is over?
Oh.
She can't seem to figure out how to download it.
I'd have to show her on the thing. I'm sorry.
So you would
Monica,
basically,
yeah.
Christine, you have to do is go into your time lapse and set up your intervals like Suzanne showed you, and just click on the video, and it would ask you to download it. It's
Right.
usually
in the albums.
in the albums, exactly. Right. And then once you download it, actually goes into your photos, your regular phone photos.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you hit right after, you just have to make sure it's done with the time lapse. Sometimes I'll go in there and try to find my album and my time lapse is still running if I get up early or whatever. So you make sure you close the time lapse and then go into your albums.
Another thing is that while you're downloading the video, you have to keep the app open. Once you exit that
Yes.
app, it stops downloading.
Yes, so I usually set my, my thing on like 5 minutes, you know, before the phone closes or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it takes longer than 5 minutes. It just depends. And I have noticed you can watch your cameras when you're out of town, but you can't download your videos.
Right.
You have to be at your home to download the videos. Or you haven't had that problem?
I'm downloading now.
Oh, you are. Now, are you with a subscription?
No.
Okay, so they may have changed it. I haven't tried doing it in a long time, but at one time you had to be at home to do it. So that's great to know. Okay.
I do it every day at work.
Okay, well, that's great to know because I've never been able to do that. Yes.
I have one camera that keeps needing to be power cycled. Is there something I am doing in a setting that
It's just,
can fix it?
you might have to update the app. So you can just delete the app and download it again. Sometimes it depends if there might be a glitch in the system because of the recent update that they have made.
Yeah.
Okay.
If all else fails, just delete the app and reload it. I found that just works about all the time. It's just, like I said, it's not a really expensive camera, and they do have some glitches with it, so.
So Clover also asks about the magnet. So the magnet is adhesive on the opposite side, so
Right.
you can just make sure that you stick it somewhere that you want it to be permanent, because that that magnet is very hard to remove. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So it's permanent, and you don't want to crack
And you
the
can,
glass.
and I have mine set actually with a command strip on one of my other ones because I kind of reused it. So always use, and this is for just anything in the tank, use outdoor command strips. Because I've heard so many people say they don't stick. If you follow the directions, use an outdoor command stick, whatever it's called, and wait 30 minutes to an hour before you hang anything on it. I've never had one fall off. So that's just another FYI.
Can you download the app onto a computer or a phone?
Yeah, you have to. My computer's old, so I can't download the app on my computer, but on the phone, you have to have the app to run everything, so
She
yes.
also asks us if we can remove the SD card and put it into the computer.
Yes.
You can, but you really don't need to if you could just download
Yeah.
everything from the phone.
And that's another thing I do periodically is format my SD card just to make room on it, so but if there's anything you want to keep, you're going to want to download it onto your computer or whatever first. Yes, I'm sorry.
Actually, I have a couple of things to share as we're having this
Yeah, go
discussion.
ahead.
I actually have my Wyze camera on a tripod. I'm one of the few people that do that, but
Okay.
it's in my living room, and then like if we have people over, I could just move it out of the way.
Right.
So you can do the tripod
Right.
and get the whole tank, especially if you don't have a huge tank. Another thing, if you ever have a problem with your Wyze camera where it says it can't find the SD card, contact Wyze. They sent us a replacement right
Yes.
away. So if there's an error that you just keep getting, don't forget you can always contact
Their
them.
customer service is fantastic. They have actually sent me a free camera also for just an issue that I run into, so yeah.
And I have 3 Wyze cameras outside my house that I've been kind of playing with, and we've been through nothing but storms lately in Memphis, and I haven't had any problems. So when you're concerned about weather, mine are for real outside in the weather
Right.
and storms.
Is yours a
And-
V3?
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
Yeah,
It
They're,
is.
they're really good with the, yeah.
And I just want to thank you. I have not done the time lapse even as long as I've had them.
Oh,
I just do
really?
the scroll in the
Yeah.
morning, but you've kind of challenged me to do that.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jessica. You've helped me so much online. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Anybody else? Are we good?
That's it for
Has
you.
Monica been on at all? She was supposed to be on there answering questions.
No, I haven't seen her at all.
She's got babies, so she may have gotten sidetracked.
I mean, we answered all questions online so far. If there's any other questions?
Now, Monica does have her camera. I have I've tried to do it on the outside of the tank, and I've just not had any luck with it, the glare and stuff. But Monica that did this, she actually does hers from the top on the wall, like kind of pointing down, and it works really well for her.
And it
So.
doesn't work if you cover your tank overnight.
Yeah, obviously. My crabs, yeah, because of condensation, I cover my tank every night. It just really helps with the condensation, so, yeah. So, anybody else? Yes?
I know you have an Apple, but I have an Android, and I'm looking up in here, and it says cache file size and clear. Is that what I'm wanting to clear, is the cache file?
Not noticed the cache file.
Is that,
It's different with Android, so cache file is just junk. You can clear it out.
I
It's not
can?
going to delete any of your
Oh,
videos.
yeah.
So
Okay.
it's just,
I didn't want to do that and go, oops.
no, you could, it just clears out your memory from your phone, your actual phone.
Right, not the SD card.
Right.
Yeah, so.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jessica.
You're welcome.
I was kind of nervous about this. I didn't want to do Q&A because I was like,
I had to push her. She's
yeah,
so
she did.
good
She goes,
with
I've got you, I've got you.
it. Absolutely.
So really, thank you guys for watching this video. This is the first time I've done anything like this. And Monica lives in Maryland. She's 500 miles away from me. And so we got to be quick friends learning how to do all this together. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Are we good?
Good.